The Timberwolves have the #1 pick for the second time in team history. According to Caesars William Hill, Anthony Edwards is the favorite to go first at -130. Then, tonight has the potential to be a family affair with 7 prospects having a father or a brother with prior NBA experience. One of those, of course, is LaMelo Ball, whose brother Lonzo is in the league. And what will the Warriors do at #2? That's the big question. ESPN's latest mock projects them to take James Wiseman, who had 3 games of college experience this year. So there are a lot of questions here, and the man who has all of the answers is my man Mike Schmitz, who joins us, our draft analyst. And so let's start right at the top. Anthony Edwards, projected to be #1. What is he in the NBA?
Think Donovan Mitchell in terms of his impact at the next level, a guy who can go get a bucket at will. He's the most effortless scorer in this draft. And in terms of his physical tools, a little bit similar to James Harden, 6'5", 6'10" wingspan, strong 230-pound frame. And I think he's going to fit really nicely in Minnesota alongside D'Angelo Russell, who's a guy who needs the ball in his hands. He's cerebral. Karl Anthony Towns, more of a skill guy. This dude is a freight train to the rim. He's going to put pressure on the rim. He can get to his shot with step backs. So I think he can really play a Mitchell style of role. Somebody you give the ball late clock and say, go get us a bucket. And he has the tools to be a defender as well. So I like his upside.
All right, so there you see it. That's what we expect to be the first name that we hear. Then we get to #2. And again, Golden State in a unique position. James Wiseman is the player who is being projected there. But what do you expect to happen?
I would trade it, first of all. That would be my first pick. I don't think any of these top 3 guys can help the Warriors in this championship window. But I think you have to look at the long term here. You have to take a long-term approach. And LaMelo Ball is the best prospect in this draft. You can go get a center in free agency. They're like running backs. They're like running backs in the NFL. Go get yourself a quarterback, somebody who's 6'7", who can make every pass in pick and roll. And I do think long term he could fit alongside a Steph Curry, a Klay Thompson. I mean, getting up and down in transition with 2 of the greatest shooters of all time would be must-see TV. So you can go find a Wiseman for cheap. The Warriors have done that in the past.
Yeah, again, Wiseman is the big LaMelo Ball. Everybody knows who LaMelo Ball is, and the possibility remains that the Warriors trade the pick for something that can help them a little more in the short term. A lot of people talk about this as a draft that will truly begin at #4. Why is that, and who do you have your eye on?
Well, there's a tier at the top with Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, and James Wiseman. So it's really the Chicago Bulls who are on the clock. And the name you hear most there is Patrick Williams. This is the biggest riser in this draft, as well as Denny Avdia, 6'10" out of Israel, Serbian, Israeli. He's extremely versatile, maybe the most versatile prospect in this draft. And he's coming to the NBA with over 100 games of pro experience. And then Patrick Williams, think OG Anunoby here, a guy with incredible physical tools. He can defend multiple positions. He's improving as a perimeter shooter. And his upside could maybe be a Jaylen Brown type. Has a little bit more off the dribble than OG. So those are the 2 names to look at with the Chicago Bulls.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.